Fans felt a wave of nostalgia over the weekend after NBC officially announced its return to broadcasting the league for the first time in nearly 25 years. NBC last aired the league's games between 1997 and 2002, and now the network is officially back. To mark the moment, they released a promotional video featuring some of the league's stars: Caitlin, Aja, Paige, Brianna Stewart, and Angel, alongside the message that the league is coming to NBC and Peacock. On the surface, it felt like a massive win for the league, but almost immediately, the excitement came with hesitation. Because while the broadcast partnership is historic, the future of next season itself is still very much up in the air. The league and the players remain locked in ongoing CBA negotiations, talks that began around last season's All-Star break and still haven't reached a resolution. The original deadline passed back in October, and since then, frustration has only continued to grow. Across social media, fans have made it clear that flashy announcements don't matter if players aren't being paid fairly. Many are questioning whether schedule releases and TV deals should even be moving forward before a new CBA is finalized. Some fans have gone as far as saying they would support a work stoppage if that's what it takes to secure an agreement that truly values the players' labor. That sentiment isn't new. Last season's All-Star game made it impossible to ignore when fans loudly chanted, "Pay them," as Commissioner Kathy Engelbert presented Nafisa Collier with the MVP trophy. It was a moment that perfectly captured how closely fans are watching these negotiations and where their loyalty lies. Despite all of this, the league has already released this year's calendar, and that's where things start to feel uneasy. Because without a finalized deal, there's no guarantee the season will actually begin on time, or even begin at all. Reports indicate that the league has made some concessions, particularly around housing and facility standards. But one of the biggest sticking points, revenue sharing, has yet to be meaningfully addressed. And that's a deal breaker for many players. Players like Caitlin, Brianna Stewart, and the Players Association President Nneka have all made it clear they want to play in 2026. At the same time, none of them have suggested they're willing to step onto the court without an agreement they believe is fair. Nafisa Collier has been especially vocal. During her exit interview last season, she openly criticized the league's handling of the CBA process, shedding light on just how strained negotiations had become behind the scenes. Since then, fans and fellow players have increasingly viewed her as one of the most trusted voices advocating for player rights.
I also asked how she planned to fix the fact that players like Caitlin, Angel, and Paige, who are clearly driving massive revenue for the league, are making so little for their first 4 years. Her response was, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court, because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. In that same conversation, she told me players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them.
There's a lot of inaccuracy out there through social media and all this reporting. And so I think what's most helpful is to focus on, I have been in touch with Nafisa, we've exchanged texts.
Now, some supporters are turning their attention toward NBC itself. There's growing belief among fans that the network may need to take a more active role, possibly even helping facilitate mediation, to ensure the league has a product ready to air under fair conditions. Because at the end of the day, a broadcast deal means very little if there's no season to broadcast. And as of right now, the reality is simple. The WNBA and its players still do not have a finalized agreement, which means the future of the league, despite all the big announcements, remains uncertain. Angel is back, and just like that, the entire Unrivaled playoff picture changes. After initially opting out of this year's season, the Defensive Player of the Year is officially returning to Team Rose for the final stretch run. And if we're being honest, we should start looking at the standings very differently, because Rose is 5-6 right now, 5th place, uneven, vulnerable. But going forward, things just got better. Let's not forget what Angel did last year. She led Unrivaled in rebounding, averaged over 12 boards per game, recorded 8 double-doubles, and delivered the league's first ever 2020 performance, 22 points, 21 rebounds. That wasn't just production, that was presence. She also became the league's first Defensive Player of the Year, anchoring a Rose BC squad that went on to win the championship. And now she's back. Her return became possible after a 3-team trade that sent Azure Stevens to Hive, leaving an open front court spot for Rose. The move didn't make full sense at first, now it does. Angel will rejoin Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, and Lexi Hull, the same core she helped lead to a title last season. And if you've been watching closely, the excitement has been obvious. Kalia Copper had joked about it online, telling Angel to go to Miami while she was in Australia. Now she has. Her debut is set for the 20th against Hive. And here's what makes this even more interesting. Angel's offseason has been anything but quiet. Victoria's Secret Runway, signature Reebok sneaker launch, Netflix's Hunting Wives, Team USA camp, and international appearances. Her profile has only grown, but when she steps back on a 3-on-3 court, the brand side takes a back seat for a while. And statistically, she's been one of the most consistent forces in professional basketball. Yes, she dealt with a lower back injury, the Chicago Sky struggled, and there were frustrations. But now, this is a reset moment. She won't participate in Unrivaled's one-on-one tournament, but for the final 3 regular season games and a potential postseason run, she gives Team Rose exactly what they were missing: interior dominance, championship experience, and the much-needed energy. Angel's team currently sits 5th. The top 6 teams make the postseason. So now we have to ask, are the defending champs about to flip the switch at the perfect time? Because if Angel returns at full strength, this isn't just a reunion story. It's a reunion worth looking out for. Even if she's back for just a couple of games, I know Angel will bring a ton of viewers, from her fans to haters, even if it's only for the remainder of the season. Will you be tuned into Unrivaled now that Angel's back? Comment below.
Doesn't matter how tall, how strong, we know.
I'm gonna tell Sophie you said that.
Honestly, tell her to bring it on. We're ready. We ain't scared.
Caitlin might not be stepping in a wrestling ring anytime soon, but after what we just heard from the Bella twins, we should at least start imagining it. Because this idea, it's not coming from random speculation, it's coming straight from WWE royalty. Caitlin has already caught the attention of the WWE. Seth Rollins once called her Impact Jordan-esque, pointing to the way she's transformed visibility and attention around women's basketball.
I mean, it's unbelievable what she's done for the sport of basketball for women. I mean, it's incredible. I mean, it's Jordan-esque. I mean, she's changed the game. I'm not saying anybody's as good as Michael Jordan.
And we've seen this before. Crossover energy between sports and WWE always creates headlines.
WWE, we've seen crossovers from other athletes, from, you know, different influencers, and I'm like, I'm waiting for that female crossover to happen. And Caitlin Clark, she's doing big things. WNBA, they're doing big things. Women over there, she's a GOAT over there. Women are doing big things over in WWE. So why not invite the GOAT over to WWE, where women are doing big things over here? So I wanted to invite Caitlin Clark, like, come over to WWE, come join the Royal Rumble.
Now, it just got more interesting. On Monday, the Bella twins, Nikki and Bree, were asked which WNBA players would make great WWE stars. Nikki didn't hesitate. She started with Caitlin, saying she'd be awesome. And then things escalated. When Sophie Cunningham's name came up, Nikki revealed that Sophie had actually called them out before, and that they've exchanged DMs. Then Nikki said it. Sophie and Caitlin versus the Bellas. Book it. WrestleMania. Bree agreed, saying it would be really good.
She called us out. So she and I have shared a few DMs because I was like, oh, okay, you want to take the Bella twins on in the ring? Let's do it. So Sophie and Caitlin versus the Bellas.
Oh,
I mean,
let's
that'd
do
actually
it.
be really good.
Book it. WrestleMania. What?
So now we have to ask ourselves, are we looking at an unexpected crossover storyline? Because here's where timing gets interesting. With the league's situation still unresolved and uncertainty surrounding this year's season, we're in a moment where something like this doesn't feel too far-fetched. Would Caitlyn ever actually risk her health in the wrestling ring? Realistically, that's unlikely. But could we see an appearance, a promo, a cameo, a storyline tease maybe? We've already seen NBA stars step into WWE before. Tyrese Halliburton has done it. The crossover door is open. And let's be honest, Sophie absolutely has the personality for it. She's basically the full package. So now we're left with the fun question. If the Bellas are serious, and if Sophie is ready, do we start imagining Caitlyn and Sophie walking down that WrestleMania ramp? Or is this just brilliant cross-promotional hype? Either way, the fact that this conversation is happening tells us something. Caitlyn's influence isn't just expanding basketball, it's reaching entirely different industries. And when WWE legends say, "Book it," we should probably pay attention. Another meeting went by, and the league is still stuck in limbo. With just about 3 months left before the season is supposed to tip off, there's still no new CBA deal in place. And as the gap between the league and the players drags on, uncertainty is growing, not just about salaries, but about where some of the league's biggest stars might actually play. One of them, Angel, of course. Angel recently spent time in Australia promoting her unreleased signature shoe, the AR1 Rose Dust. And while she was there, she floated an idea that immediately caught attention. Angel hinted that Australia could be an option down the line, saying she'd be open to playing a game or two there. It wasn't a commitment, but it wasn't random either. Australia has long been a familiar destination for top US players, especially during moments of transition or uncertainty. Over the past few seasons, stars like Jackie Young, Marina Mabrey, Jordan Canada, and Ari McDonald have all played in the WNBL. Han Shu is currently playing in Perth and is expected to return to the WNBA afterward. So, if Angel were to make a brief cameo overseas, it would follow a well-worn path. There's also a personal connection. During her college days at LSU, Angel won a championship alongside Lastia Poa, who's Australian, an experience that left a lasting impression on how she views Australian basketball. She also spoke about her respect for Australian players, especially their defensive mindset, something she experienced firsthand while winning a national title. Angel named Lastia her favorite defensive teammate because she would literally risk it all for the team. That respect ties into a broader reputation. From Michelle Timms and Sandy Brondello to Lauren Jackson and Penny Taylor, Australian players have long been known for their defensive intensity. More recently, Alana Smith was named WNBA Defensive Player of the Year, while Ezi Magbagor has been a regular on all defensive teams. Angel's comments come as CBA negotiations remain stalled. The league and the players recently held their first in-person meeting since October.
Gang. We're going to the meeting. You don't understand?
A 3-hour session that both sides called helpful. But players were frustrated that the league didn't bring a counter-proposal to their latest offer. Right now, the league's most recent proposal includes an average salary of around $500,000, with a max of around $1.3 million. The players' proposal, an average salary north of $800,000. Angel has drawn a clear line. She's not settling for the same situation as last season, and for her, real change is non-negotiable. With the season scheduled to start on May 8th, and free agency, the draft, and an expansion draft still needing to happen, the clock is ticking. And while nothing has been decided yet, Angel's comments feel like a signal. Not that she's leaving, but that players are preparing options. Until a deal gets done, the question isn't just when the WNBA season starts, it's where some of its biggest stars might end up if it doesn't.